What is going on, guys? It's Pat Ryan here, bringing you guys another S550 video. I'm actually out at the local park by my house, so I hope that the wind noise isn't too bad on video, and I am recording this with my cell phone, so I hope that the quality is pretty good for you guys and you guys can hear everything good. So first, I want to apologize for the absence that's been going on without the videos lately. The past couple months have just been rough with working a new schedule at work and trying to get things figured out there, but we are back. We are bringing you guys videos. There are a couple videos I do have lined up, and I just want to give you guys an outline of the next couple videos that I have planned out for you guys. One is going to be a tire review that I told you guys I was going to do a couple months back, and things never really went through, and I'm going to bring it to you guys now. We got a new hood on the car, if anybody can see. They have a 3-inch cowl hood on the car. I want to talk about tuning. A big surprise to some people may be to know that I am no longer tuned by VMP. You guys can see as I make my way back to the back end of the car that the banner is off the back window. It's no longer there. I am no longer tuned by VMP. You know, no hard feelings with those guys and everything. And on a good note, it was just I wanted to go with a different setup on the car, and I found someone who was more knowledgeable on the setup, and I just wanted them to tune the car, and that was, you know, basically about it. The new setup on the car we're going to talk about. We're actually going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about that one today because I know this is like a big one that some people have been asking about. And the big setup on the car that has changed. Well, actually, let me go ahead and pop the hood for you guys so you guys can take a look at it. Might not be what you guys are thinking. Might not be what you guys are thinking. So let's just go ahead and pop the hood and let's get right to it. All right, guys, so as you guys can see, no supercharger, there are no turbos, there's no pro charger, but there is a Nitrous Express plate kit installed on the car. That is right, this is now a nitrous car. The car has actually been on this setup for, I'd say, 3 months now. The car pulls extremely well, like a kind of like a monster. This thing is extremely fast on the bottle. I don't want to dabble too much on this one right now. I kind of want to move around a little bit, and I want to give you guys what you can expect for the upcoming videos. This video, though, we are going to talk a little bit about the nitrous, and we are also going to talk about who I am tuned by now that I am on nitrous and I'm not just a motor car anymore. I will get some numbers out of the way just because I know people want to know what does the car make. I get that question a lot. On motor, the car has not seen a dyno yet, so I will start off by saying that. On motor, though, without the bottle, the car should make, excuse me, somewhere around 460 to 470 wheel horsepower, in that range somewhere, with the setup. The setup is the same as it was last year, guys. It's still the JLT cold air intake, still the Shelby GT350 intake manifold, still the stainless power catted long tubes, and still the Borla ATAK 3-inch catback. It's still tuned on an SCT X4 tuner. Excuse me. It's now just tuned by Lund Racing. No longer VMP. I moved over to Lund simply because Alex, yellow douchebag, the guy who used to tune my car through VMP, left VMP and went back to his original job, which was Lund Racing. And I just watched one of his videos and him saying, you know, the only problem he ever had with his startups on his car was a cold start problem. The car would bog down and the car sounded like it wanted to die. I'm going to give you guys a little shot of the bottle here while it... believe it is still heating up. Don't mind the dirtiness in the trunk, but there she is, guys. She is still heating up now. So the kit that we went with it's obviously a Nitrous Express kit. We have a remote bottle heater. We have a blowdown tube to blow everything out the bottom of the car if anything were to happen. Obviously our pressure regulator gauge. We have a remote bottle opener. So everything is controlled by a little switch panel inside the car, which I will show you guys now, and then I will get back to the numbers. So if you guys saw this earlier, obviously when I opened the door, what this is it is where the sunglass holder went, is now a nitrous control panel, and it has a nitrous on-off toggle switch. It has a purge line, it has a bottle heater for remote bottle heating, and it has a remote bottle opener. So everything can be done directly inside the car. There's no getting out, there's no heating the bottle that way, there's no opening up the bottle. Everything is done remotely. This is probably the most comfortable kit you know, you can buy for an S550 platform, and I am absolutely in love with the car. So with that being said, back to the numbers. The car like I said, the car has not been on the dyno yet, right around 460 to 470 at the wheels. on the motor, and it is on a 100 shot, 100 wet shot through the plate system. So the car should make somewhere around, 560 to 570 wheel horsepower with 500 pound-feet of torque. So with that being said, guys, with the car making this much power, the Mickey Thompsons were not cutting it anymore. I will give you guys a sneak peek of the tires that I bought. I'll tell you, they will be listed in the description below as well as a complete mods list. So if you guys have any questions, look in the description below the video. Everything will be listed there. The tires I did end up going with were the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, and I will tell you right now, I know they're a big investment when it comes down to tires, and they are expensive. But man, these are my favorite tires I've ever owned in this car. They keep traction, they heat up really nicely, they're quiet on the road. Definitely going to be giving you guys a review video on these very shortly, and I hopefully some of you guys can switch over to these over the Mickey Thompsons. Nothing bad against the Mickey Thompsons, they just wore out too fast for my liking. And these have been on the car for about 5,000 miles strong now, and they have lots and lots of tread lifts. I should be able to get 2 summers out of these. Granted, I do only put, probably 6,000 or 7,000 miles on the car a year, but that they're still really good tires. They perform great. I do want to talk a little bit more about the nitrous kit. The nitrous kit was installed by one of my buddies, John Askey. You guys can follow him on Instagram and on Facebook. He is the owner of Lund Racing and Performance, as you guys can see there. I give a big shout out to everybody who helps me along with this car. And he installed this kit for me on my car. The kit was not a lot of money, guys. The kit was actually relatively cheap. It did come secondhand off his car. He also has another black S550. I believe his car is twin turbo now with an on-3 kit. But I get the question all the time, how much money do you have invested in your car? It must be a lot, for all the mods and the power it makes. It's really not, guys. I can tell you right now that I have less than $8,000 invested in this car with the springs, the wheels, and the tires. The intake, the manifold, the long tubes, the catback, the nitrous kit, and that's some of this work is getting done. Putting the parts on by myself to cut cost. But the nitrous kit I just wasn't fully comfortable with putting it on by myself, as I've never done it before. And I will tell you guys that the car is tuned, like I said again, by Lund Racing. However, it's tuned by Dakota at Lund Racing. He did a phenomenal job with this car. I have no start issues, hot or cold. The car drives like it's absolutely bone stock. The drivability is there, the throttle response is amazing, and like I said before on the bottle, I thought this thing was fast before, but this thing is just insanely fast now on the bottle, and this 100 shot is absolutely amazing. I do recommend for anybody, if they believe they want to do a power outer, that nitrous would be a way to go. So guys, with the next video is coming up, the last thing I do want to do for you guys before I cut this video short, I know I've given you guys a little bit of information on the other videos that are coming up. But what we do have is a lot of questions I get are, man, what do you detail your car with? The car always looks clean in the videos. I will tell you guys that I do detail cars on the side. But as you can see, this thing is relatively like a mirror the whole way through. I am going to be doing a video on all of the detail products that I use specifically for my car, but not only my car, my customers' cars, because I wouldn't treat anybody else's car, with any less standards than I treat mine. I don't believe in that. And I also want to give you guys a little bit of an exhaust clip, because being Lund tuned, I do have, some things that other people don't, as in a cam tune. So if anybody is, looking for these stainless power headers with a Borla ATAK, and they're on the fence about getting, the Lund tune, if you guys go Lund tune, guys, I can tell you right now, they have the best customer service I've ever dealt with. Again, not knocking VMP, they did great. The guys down there did amazing, and I love those guys. But the guys over at Lund have answered my emails back within minutes. Dakota's been top notch when it comes down to answering any questions I have. Even with it being leery on putting the nitrous on the car, he was very reassuring that we can make this thing drive like it was a stock car and have the power to pull freight trains on a lot of cars on the road. So I will go ahead and give you guys a sound clip of the cam tune. Now, just for future reference, I do not run this tune, guys. This isn't a tune that I run on the street. I wouldn't recommend driving on it. It's basically just for novelty purposes, pulling in and out of car meets, trying to sound cool. That's really all it's for. But it does sound good. I mean, anybody who owns a V8 wants that lope, and it does sound amazing. So let me go ahead and start the car up, and I'll get that right for you guys. All right, guys, take a listen to this. Tell me how good this is. yourself gas, boys. No big deal, guys. It's what it takes to drive one of these cars. The one thing I do want to go over really quick before I end this video, because I know I'm going to get this question a lot. Like I said, the car is on 100 shot of wet nitrous. The car is still on a stock clutch, still a stock unopened motor, a stock unopened transmission. The car is still on pump gas. The car is still on stock injectors. The only thing we did to upgrade to the nitrous kit, guys, is we went ahead and put in a set of NGK 6510 iridium plugs, I want to say. I forget the gap. I think it was 0.35, but I'll have to double check to make sure for you guys. And that was it. Like I said, guys, we're still on 93. This is not an 85 car. It's still on stock injectors. And man, the car pulls really, really well for this. I hope this video can hold you guys over till I can get a couple more out. Like I said, we have a review for this hood coming out. I'll tell you exactly where I got the hood from. Got a killer deal on it. I will be doing a review on these tires, tell you why I chose these ones, and you know, even though they were expensive, why I went for these. I'll be doing another review on Lund Racing and their customer service and everything that they gave to me, and you know, everything that they're really, really good for and they stand for, and why I chose them over everybody else. And that's about it for now, guys. I'm definitely gonna be getting you guys some videos here shortly, so I want to thank you all for the support. Thank you all for commenting and you know, getting my butt back in gear to give you guys some videos. It is about 40 degrees here in Pennsylvania, so winter isn't coming on us, so the car will be parked for winter, but I will be sure to get you guys some videos before then to hold you guys over for winter. But until then, guys, just enjoy.